My dear students, hope you all are well. Yes, I am also well. I am the teachers of Milestone Preparatory KG School, Sector 13. So today I want to start our revision class, first term revision class. So listen very carefully. Let's see. You know our chapter name is our environment. If we see the book, so see our environment, and first things is relationship between living things and non-living things. Okay, so let's see. So this is our cover page. All of you know, this our book's name is Elementary Science Class 5. So today, what topics we will discuss actually? Mutual dependence between plants and animals, food chain, food web, seed dispersals and pollination, ecosystem, fill in the blanks, short question answer, descriptive question answer or broad question answer, creative question answer. Okay, so see, mutual dependence between plants and animals. Students, what does it mean? Mutual means what? Actually, if you want to say the meaning of mutual, so you know the mutual means just cooperative movement. You have to help each other. That means, you know, our relationship with plants, it is indispensable. We cannot think about our life without help of plants. Definitely, plants also get carbon dioxide from us, and for these reasons, our relationship with living things and non-living things is intimate. Okay, without non-living things, we also cannot do well. So now think about the mutual dependence. So see, if we wants to see these pictures, so see, this is monkey, cow, and this is plants, trees. Does monkey live on plants, and birds also live on tree. And so our relationship actually, it is, I told, is intimate relationship. Next, if you see, the animals depend on plants. Okay, so what things we actually get from the plants? Oxygen, food, shelter, medicine, shade, paper, and protect from natural disasters. So next, if you see, plants depend on animals more. You know, we get lots of things from plants, or plants also get so many things from us, like carbon dioxide, I told, for making their own food. Okay, pollination purpose, then definitely seed dispersal. Okay, organic fertilizers and nutrient. Organic fertilizer, students, what does it mean? Do you have any idea about this organic fertilizer? Yes, you are absolutely right. The organic fertilizer means what fertilizer we get from the dead bodies of plants and animals. Yes, you are absolutely right. You know the opposite things of organic fertilizers? Yes, it is inorganic fertilizers or chemical fertilizers. Okay, so what fertilizers actually we get from the chemicals? That's called chemical fertilizer or inorganic fertilizer. And nutrient, definitely you know what actually substance or micro vitamins and minerals is essential for our proper health or good health. That's called nutrient. So we'll see the next slide. Wow, very important informative things is food chain. Students, what does it mean? Have you any idea about food chain? Okay, just see, here is the small food chain. First one is green plants. Definitely you know the green plants produce their own food. Okay, and this one is deer. So the green plants is eaten by the deer, and the deer is the primary consumers. Okay, and deer is eaten by the lion. Yes, this lion is carnivorous, who eat flesh. So carnivorous, deer is lion is the third level or tertiary consumers. Okay, so this is the smallest food chain. Huh. So next we will see what is food chain. If you go to the books page, so you will see this is the food chain. Okay, we will go to the book page, we can understand nicely. Okay, so see, this is the mutual dependency, and if you go to the book page, that is food chain, about the food chain, see, all animals directly or indirectly depend on plants for their energy. Okay, if you want to see the definition of food chain, so we can say the path of food energy in an ecosystem from plants to animals is called food chain. That means is a way. Just see, these are grass, these are grasshoppers, frog, snake, and eagle. Eagle is the tertiary or last level consumers. This is producer, these all are consumers. Okay, if we go to slide, so see, here is given the definition I told, that is, this is the definition of food chain. Now see, what is the food web? If you think about the definition of food web, so when more than one food chain make a web is called food web or food net. In your book, it is written several food chains connecting together is called food web. If you just see the pictures, it is clear for you. Just see, here is the so many food chain. Just think about this. This is aquatic food chain. This is fish. This is small fish, and this is the zooplankton. Zooplankton or phytoplankton, you know, is a smallest small animals. So eaten by the small fish, and the small fish eaten by the large fish, and the large fish is eaten by the eagle or any kinds of predatory birds. Okay, so these are the food web. So if you think about the seed dispersal, what is the definition of seed dispersal? Do you have any idea? Yes, it's absolutely right. When seed just transfer from the seeds away from the parent plants. Okay, see, if you go to the books, easily you can see the definition of seed dispersal. So just see the here, seed dispersal means the transfer of seeds away from the parent plants. So you also know the definition of parent plants. What is parent plants? Which plants produce seeds? That's called parent plant. Okay, so if you go to the just this slide, you will see this all animals are actually help in seed dispersal, like the birds eat the fruits then go away. Okay, and when they split, the just seed come from their body and fall down in a new place and emerge new plants. So the others animals like squirrel, then water also helps to seed dispersal, air. So these are all the mediator of seed dispersal. So what will be the next slide? Pollination. Yes, you are absolutely right. I hope you all are know the definition of pollination. So after that, for your remembering, I just tell you the definition of pollination. Yes, transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower. See, one flower to another flower, who carry the pollen? Especially there is some agent like bees, then some cases bird, some cases air also helps to transfer from one flower to another flower. They help. That's why they are called representative or agent. Okay, see, there is one flower, the pollen is transferred through their legs, their wings, or their any kinds of body parts, or transfer from one flower to another flower. So that the flower can produce seeds. So this is the ultimate goals of pollination. You know, the pollination ultimate goals, definitely they have to produce the seed. Okay. So very interesting topics, that is ecosystems. Do you know what is the actual meaning of ecosystems? If you think about the ecos means actually environment. Okay. uh, you know what relationship with the animals or plants? Hmm. Organisms, just see the organisms reacting with each other and the environment. In the environment there is plants, there is animals, okay, there is living things, there is non-living things. Okay, that means if you think about the interaction between all the living things exist and interact in one place. Okay, that should be the exit and that should be the interact. If they exit and interact in one place, so definitely we can say that is the ecosystem. Now, actually this is the short discussion of your chapters. Just for your better remember, I just told the overall discussion about chapter 1. Now we'll see what types of fill in the blanks in this chapter. There is so many fill in the blanks in this chapter. So after that I just show you the plants can produce their own food by the using dash. I will not given here the answer, but in the after the FB I will show you the answer. And they see all the animals expel dash in the air. So all the animals expel what? Definitely carbon dioxide in the air. Okay. So number 7 you will see the number 4, food chain begins with what? Food chain begins with definitely the green plants. Yes. Dash live in soil. Definitely different types of animals live in soil. It can be the earthworm, it can be the ant, okay, it can be the other animals. So if you give one, that will be right. But you have to remember that which answer is given in your textbook. Definitely that answer is the accurate and absolutely correct answer. You must follow your book very carefully. Okay. And see, animals need air to what? Breathe. Yes. By this way, we will learn actually the things. Now see, next one, the green plants give us what? They give us oxygen, give us food. Okay. And the birds make their dash on the tree. Definitely nest or the shelter. Monkeys live on fire, definitely on trees. Okay. So now we will see the answer of the all the ABs. So see, there is pollination, number 12 answer, there is nest, I told you that's 15, and 20 is food chain, there's green plants, water, and these are the answer of the all ABs. Okay. So now we will see the next slide. What is that? Yes, our environment. So this chapter, short question answer and extra short question answer. Now we'll see the short question answer and extra short question answer. See, first short question answer is differences between food chain and food web. You know, if this question answer come in your short question, that should be mentioned 1 or 2 differences. But sometimes this question also come as a board question. When the board question comes, so that time you have to write the 4 or 5 differences. Okay, but if it is come with short question answer, you write two differences, like the path of food energy in an ecosystem from plants to animals is called food chain. Another food web, is the combination of several food chain, it is called food web. Okay. And number 2, there is more members in our environment from a food chain. Several food chain form a food web. So by this way, you have to write the differences, and definitely you have to make the box when you write the differences. Next, see, what do plants depend on for? I already shown this answer in the slide, so you will learn this. And this one is Give 3 examples of non-living things that human depend on. I also show these things in the slide. You will learn from that. And see, what is the meaning of pollination? I told the transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower so that they can produce seeds is called pollination. So that is the actual meaning of pollination. Now see, actually this is our all short question answer, but if we go to down, we will see the extra short question answer. See the extra short question answer. Here is some extra short question answer. What is environment? In how many classes environment is divided? Definitely environment is 2 classes, that is living things and non-living things. Okay. And another one is how can you classify all the living things in our environment? So I told it is living things and non-living things. And now, so why does human use soil? So human use soil for growing crops and lands to build their shelter. You know that all the times we are dependent on soil because we make our house on the soil. Definitely we grow crops and we do all the activities on the soil. So here is also the given of ecosystem I told, and there is what do animals get from the fruits? Animals get energy from the fruits. Not only get energy, actually animals get micronutrient and different types of vitamins, minerals they get from the fruits. So here is also see what is the definition of seed dispersal and what is needed to survive all living things. Energy is needed for living survival all living things. So what is food chain also told, or is food web told, and there is another new things. What is photosynthesis? What does it mean? It is actually new for you. I just explain here. So photos means light and synthesis means what? Putting together. Okay. So actually photosynthesis is a process by which the plants produce food by the help of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. Definitely in this process need chlorophyll. Oh, chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is actually chemical pigments. First thing is helps to produce the food by the help of sunlight. Okay. So this process actually called the photosynthesis process. Okay. I also told what is mutual dependency. That is, I told the mutual means cooperative movement. They help each other. Okay, that's the things. Now we go to the slide and we'll see after that that is descriptive question answer. I told descriptive or what question answer. So see the descriptive question answer here. So if we go up, so we will see the descriptive question answer. So see, this is the first descriptive question answer. Explain how snakes and eagle are similar in food chain. You know, this is all about the food chain question answer. You know the sequence. First is green plants, then grasshopper, frog, snake and eagle. So this is the serial. You have to maintain when the serial when you write the food chain. You know, if you break down the serial, that means instead of grasshopper if you write frog, so you will not get actually any marks. So definitely you have to maintain the serial of the food chain. Definitely the food chain, the producer will be first, and then is primary consumers, then secondary consumers, then tertiary consumer, then final level consumer. So you have to maintain these things, and you know, after the die of third level consumers, you know, their body is going to be soil, and by the help of decomposer like virus, bacteria, okay, their body is mixed with soil. Again this nutrient is always back to the grass, that means again back to the producer. So by this way the energy level can be continued. Okay, so see the next question. Describe the correct sequence of food chain that has following things: eagle, grass, insects, snake, frog. It is also as like as the number 1 question answer, that you have to change it little bit the question requirement. You have to read the question very properly. Okay. Moreover, you have to think about the question. If the question marks is so less, so definitely you will write less, and every part of the question answer you have to write separately. Understood, students? And now think about number 3, descriptive question answer. Explain how living things depend on air. You know the living things definitely need air, because from air they get oxygen, and without oxygen, you know, the living things cannot survive. Like we are the living things, human being, all kinds of animals, fish, aquatic animals, even the plants also get oxygen for their respiration or for their breathing systems, you know, and they use carbon dioxide for produce their own food. Don't think that they use carbon dioxide for their respiration. No, they use carbon dioxide for producing their own food, but oxygen they use for breathing. Okay, so explain why seed dispersal is important for the plants. You know, I told that is seed dispersal is a process that means seed transfer from one place to another place by the help of some mediator or some animals or some others like water, air. So that also helps to transfer from the seeds one place to another place. What is the important? Actually, if seed dispersal is not happen, the plants will not get proper nutrient or proper food, sunlight or others helping things. So definitely they have to, if they want to be do good, so definitely they have to do the seed dispersal. So our number 5, what question answer? A plants on your table appear be dying. Your friend suggests that you move the plants at the window. Why? You know, I already told that without plants, without sunlight, the plants cannot produce their own food. If you keep any plants in your house, there is not available of sunlight, so definitely that plants will not survive. Though you are giving the water, you are giving fertilizer, you are giving all the necessary things, but not giving any sunlight. So you think the plants cannot survive. After a few days or 1 week later, you will see the plant's leaves color become yellow. That means the plants cannot produce their own food. So if they want to produce their own food, definitely they need sunlight. So that's why we have to keep our plants into the window, at the window, so that the sunlight will help them to produce own food. Okay. So now we'll see our next slide. What is that? So that is creative question answer. Creative question answer. If we go to the slide, we will see what is our creative question answer. So see, how do living things depend on non-living things, or describe the relationship between living things and non-living things. Again, I told you the relationship between living things and non-living things is indispensable. They also gives us so many things, and we also give them different types of things. So see, there is, we need to air for breathe, that means the air is also non-living things. We need water to drink, that's also non-living things, nutrient and other things. And if we just think about one thing, if you want to go to school, or you also need a car or rickshaw or any kinds of vehicles, so that's also non-living things. So definitely we need help the non-living things, and living things give us just everything, you know, the plants or animals, we get flesh, we get different types of food from the living things. Okay, and plants also give us almost everything, food or shelter, even clothes. So without help of living things or non-living things, we cannot think of life actually. Okay, dear students, just see about the next question. It is creative question answer number 2. How do plants and animals depend on each other? So see the mutual dependency between plants and animals. So what actually plants give, that is written, plants also uses as shelter by the animals and birds, and human beings also use plants to get medicine. You know, we get medicine from the plants. Some medicinal plants have give us actually medicine, and if you take it, you will just be cured. And another very important things, the plants don't have any side effect. Okay, if you use any chemicals medicine, that has definitely side effect, but these medicinal herbs or medicinal plants don't have any side effect. Okay, and easily the disease can be minimized. If you think about the plants make needs from the pollination which is occurred to the help of animals like birds and bees. So I told that is the mediators or agent or representative. They actually helps to do the pollination. Sometimes they also helps to do the seed dispersal and others activities. Okay, so we have seen there is so many dependency between plants and animals. So our question answer number 3, creative question answer: how do animals depend on others living things to get energy? So you know what is the definition of energy? Energy means the ability to do something. Okay, so if you think about the how animals depend on other things to generate their electricity. If when you get the food, so definitely our food is goes to our stomachs and start digestion, then actually we get energy. So this when the energy will produce, our blood helps to reach energy from cell to cell, and we get energy to do works. Okay, so next with the slide, this homework. Okay students, so what you will do today, what things actually I have given, what discussion I discussed almost all the things from the chapters, then FB, short question answer, extra short question answer, descriptive question answer, and creative question answer. So the exam is very near. You have to read all the things very carefully, and definitely you have to understand the topics, because remember one thing, you don't memorize all the things without understanding. When you understand properly, that time it is easy to memorize and easy to write in your exam hall. And finally I just tell you, when exam time the question will come, you must think the question, and you must write the answer separately, nicely, and it must be presentable. Okay, bye bye.